Hello, Blue Math. So here we are in a new lesson. It's 8-8, and my 8 got a little smudgy. It's called Transformations, and this isn't too bad of a lesson. Sometimes it kind of boggles our mind about how the shapes are flipping. There's 3 ways, and you can write this in your measurement and geometry book. There are 3 ways that our shapes or figures or polygons are going to move. And so, real simple. This is very simple than what the book tells you. Figures can move in translation, reflection, and rotation. And I have put movement words for you to the right so that will help you to remember them. For translation, it's simply that your shape, your figure has slid, past tense. It will slide. Same shape, same exact shape, but it will just have slide to the left or slide to the right. It will just have slided. That's so bad English. Slid. The second way that our figures can move is by reflection. Very much considering a mirror, or as we were doing in 8-7, a line of symmetry. And so your shape will simply flip. That you can imagine that there is a line and that your shape simply flipped over to the other side. It would be what we would call the mirror image of something. And your third one today is about a rotation. Now this is the one that boggles the mind because you're trying to think. Rotation means that your figure has turned. And often they use, as I put down here in the little mark, we use them in degrees. I tend to think of a clock, how the 12 o'clock spot of a clock is, at 12. If you go down to the 15 mark, 90 degrees has changed. From 12 to 3, that's 90 degrees. If you go from 6 o'clock, if you move from 12 o'clock to 6 o'clock, 180 degrees have changed. You're going in groups of 90s. And then if something moved from 12 o'clock down and around to 9 o'clock, what's 180 plus 90? And so you would be going, is it 270, 280? 270. And then if something started at 12 o'clock and it made it all the way back to 12 o'clock, it went around 360 degrees. It did a full circle. It started and it ended at the same spot. So you have translation, reflection, and rotation. Slide, flip, and turn. I drew some examples for you. My arrows. Now, I know they're not exactly alike, but we're just going to assume that it's the exact same size. This is an example of translation. My arrow has simply just slid down, but it's the same shape. It just simply slid down and over to the right. Your middle one here, there's your line of symmetry, your mirror line, your line of reflection. And so this shape, and I know my right one's a little taller, it just simply flipped over to the other side. Flipped. So that is a correction. That is a correct way for you to see reflection. And now these 2 triangles, they are showing you rotation. Because when you look at them, and this is the hard one again, this is a right triangle, but it's simply, if this one, my hand's in the way, if this one flips this way, it is this. If this one comes up this way, 90 degrees, it will be the original. So, there's some examples that you can draw for yourself. And I didn't really have room to do them here, but you can go put them, like you can put the arrows up with number 1 and this guy next to 2 and this guy, because you should have room in your measurement and geometry book. It's a short lesson, but it can be confusing. You're going to need to do this on a sheet of paper because your U-Try is going to involve drawing again, like yesterday. So your U-Try is on page 404. And I want you to do problems 5 through 14. 5, 6, and 7, you're going to say no or yes to. 11 through 14, you're also going to say no or yes to. And then the middle set, 8, 9, and 10, are going to ask you to draw a reflection. Okay, so you have to draw something on the other side, a shape on the other side. So I will pan out here. You can put me on pause, get this down in your notes. And I will get your U-tries by email today, okay? Because you can't draw in. Drawing and draw is too difficult for this because you need to be pretty precise. Okay? So there's your math lesson today. Good luck. Email me if you have any questions.